sort of about here, sort of about here, okay, is your bladder. So this area here, okay, along your mustache, probably need to pluck your eyebrows as well. I'm just kidding. Goodness, spongy. Like, you know when you get a cake out of the oven and it feels firm and spongy? That's from what your face is like, really. So, but that's a good thing. Take care. Right, what do you want to go for lunch? Hello. Welcome to my office. So, going to go through the map of your face with my friend here, who has kindly volunteered to be my model. Okay, so I'm just gonna put you up a little bit. That's okay. Okay. A little bit wobbly, a little bit shaky, a little bit nervous. Right, so if you've never had your face mapped before, welcome. I'm just going to talk through what this is all about. So basically, it has been said that your face represents different organs of your body, so different areas of your face, I should say. And that how your face looks in those certain locations is how your organs are functioning, pretty much. So let's just begin. So, as you can see, each little part of your face represents different organs. So it's not just like this whole one part here represents such and such. It's very subtle little areas. So, for example, let's start from the top and work our way around. So on the sides of your head here, so this represents your heart. So you're looking at like this area here. So your temple is your heart. Okay. So sort of anywhere around here, anywhere around here is going to be your heart. And turn. And just both sides will be your bladder. So you're looking sort of about here, sort of about here. Okay, is your bladder. So this area here. Okay. And the two bladders, if you like, are broken up, I don't know if you can see that, by the small intestine, which is just down your T-zone, really. So just down here, just down here, just down here. Okay, so that would be your small intestine. Okay. And your bladder continues, or it doesn't continue, it stops for your small intestine, and then it starts again on the other side of your head. So here, okay, and that is your bladder. Okay. So just here. Right, and then again your other temple is going to be your heart. So it's just here. Okay, just here, just here. Alright, so your heart. Now working down between your eyebrows, you are looking at your liver. So that's just here is your liver. Okay. And it's just here. So that is kind of your T-zone is covered there. And that one small area, oops, represents 4 different organs. It's incredible, isn't it? So still working down, so under your eyes, I don't know if I stuck them on very well, we have your kidneys, so just here, just here, just here, represent your kidneys. So they might be a little bit in his eyes. It's not in his eyes, it's just underneath. But that represents your kidneys. And then we have the stomach. So that's sort of more around here, level with your nostrils a little bit, is your stomach. On both sides, so just here and here. Okay, there's your stomach, and then along your mustache, okay, is your heart, so just above your lip, under your nose, going all the way across, is your heart. It's your heart, just here. Okay. And then on either side, sort of here, would be your lungs. Okay? Your lungs. And actually, so that's just here and here. We also actually do have something else that I wasn't going to bother with, but I am a professional, so I feel like I need to. We have the large intestine. So sorry. It's really hard to write on here actually. And that goes down here on both sides of the face. So I'm going to put large intestine, and that's going to go there. Oops, oh, look at that, would you? Okay. So it's like your small intestine, but it's larger. So, did you know your small intestine is actually bigger than your large one? Stupid, isn't it? So that is your large intestine just there. So just here, sorry mate, just here. And last but not least, this is not an organ, but it is hormones. But I'm also a firm believer that it is to do with your stomach, because I often find that what I eat makes my chin look worse if it's bad food and clears up if it's good food, but I digress. That is hormones, just all along your chin. Okay, so particularly if you are a female and you get a certain time of the month, and before that happens, you usually get a few spots. That's just your hormones coming out to play. Okay, and that is your face. So I'll move him back, but you can still see him. So you can still see what I am referring to when I go through your face. So I am basically just now going to perform a check on your face, and I'm going to see what is going on, see how your face looks, and just basically, you know, go through it and see how each organ is performing. So we are going to start from the top and work down. Okay, so I'm not going to wear gloves because I feel like I need to be able to see what is going on, but I do need to ask, do you have makeup on? I did think you did, so I'm just going to get a wipe and just take that off for you because I need to be able to see your skin. Okay. Okay, perfect. So now let's have a little look. So we're going to start with your heart. We're just going to check your heart in your forehead area. So, and I will be moving along to your bladder, small intestine, and back to your bladder again. Okay? I know it's very strange, isn't it? Oh dear. Okay. Right. So let me just have a just checking your temple area. So this is going to be your heart. Just checking around here, seeing how it feels and stuff. It's not too bad. Looking good. And now let's move over to the bladder in the middle. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Not too bad. And then we're just going to look at your small intestine. Stroke your small intestine. I like to make funny little jokes like that, you know. Okay. So, my findings so far, I would say, so here we are smooth, we are soft, and we are delicate. Moving in here, we start to feel slightly combination feeling. So it's like it was soft, but it was oily, but it was also ever so slightly bumpy as well. So that basically just means you could probably benefit by exfoliating a little bit right there to kind of get those bumps out, and you could also benefit from using a good combination moisturizer, and down here as well, oilier. Probably need to pluck your eyebrows as well. I'm just kidding, goodness. But yeah, so let me just use the moisturizer that I would recommend. This is a good, it's quite thick, but it's light at the same time. And all I'm getting is just that much, tiniest amount. Okay. I'm trying to just rub between my fingers, and I'm going to apply that for you. Okay, and I'm just going to work down here towards your ears, because your ears are one and the same as your forehead, really. Okay. Right. So we are looking good there. Okay. It smells really good too. So yeah, so what you want to use on that area is a exfoliator, perhaps once or twice, well, once a week, or maybe sort of every other week, and then a nice thick moisturizer, but for combination to oily skin, because actually if your skin is very dry, then obviously you need more oil on it. However, if your skin is oily and you're putting too many drying products on it to try and counteract that, it's just going to make more oil and, you know, just make it more oily. So okay, so now we are going to look under your eyes. Oh no, we haven't looked at your liver yet, have we? Sorry, that's slightly further down. So, I mean, to be honest, I just included that in the rest because it is very similar. Your liver, bladder, small intestine, they all seem to be the same. Your heart is good, and you know, but those areas are, yeah, like I said. Moving on. Kidneys. So under your eyes. Now, for me personally, this area gets dry, but it's also delicate. You're probably noticing on me, I've got makeup on, but you might notice that my under eyes look kind of dry. The makeup doesn't really blend that well sometimes. So let me just look at you, because obviously we're all very, very different. And your eyes are fairly dark as well. Do you get enough sleep? Things like that? Okay. Well, also linked to your kidneys, are you a bit of a drinker? Do you go out drinking? Yeah. Okay, so the worst thing is, really, a lot of people think it's bad to have like a drink, like one glass of wine a night, and I mean, it's not ideal, but going out binge drinking, like even once a month, is like ooh, you know, your liver and your kidneys are connected in that sense, because obviously it's to do with alcohol. But your kidneys, you know, they filter it all out. So if they're working overtime and they're like exhausted, it's just going to make your eyes darker. So I would recommend just not binging. You know, if you want to go out, have a couple, but that's it. Like, you don't want to wake up the next day with aching kidneys. That's a sign that they are obviously, you know, they've been through a lot and don't really deserve it, you know. So I would recommend that. However, looking at you closely, I'm just going to put something on you to test. I'm going to put a little bit of makeup on, just to test something, just to see if it is drier or not, because sometimes you can't tell until you put makeup on. Do you find that? So, just sort of having a look now. Yeah, see, that's kind of responded in a kind of dry way. I know I hadn't put moisturizer on that area yet, so that's maybe a bit of an unfair test, but they are kind of dry, so I'm just going to remove that makeup, and I'm going to apply. So this is actually a slightly different moisturizer. This is for dry skin, okay? It's light and delicate, but it is for dry skin. Just a little bit. Smush that in my fingers and apply. I'm going to give it one slide over, then I'm going to go back in with my ring finger and get the slightest amount and dab. Now, using an eye cream, so this is, sorry I didn't explain, this is an eye cream. It's a eye cream for dry, tired eyes basically, and that is kind of what we want to be using. It's also anti-wrinkle, why not, you know, and yeah, that should help with the makeup application as well. So yeah, moving on to your stomach. So I'm gonna probably be incorporating like your lungs and a bit of your large intestine in there as well. Let me just now this actually looks good. It feels really plump but firm, like not like you've got a fat face, because you haven't, but like it just feels nice and like spongy, like, you know, when you get a cake out of the oven and it feels firm and spongy. That's from what your face is like, really. So, but that's a good thing. So that actually feels really good and feels really smooth. There's no like lumps or anything, not like mine. So for this area, really, in terms of moisturising, you could just use a very light moisturiser for sort of combination skin, just really light, and just rub that in real nice. So I have a different one for that. This one is yellow. But basically, just get a little bit on there and just do it away from your nose, so it's just going up, so it's keeping your skin firm. Okay, just like that. And again, it smells great, because that area doesn't really need much, and I've just sort of worked that down as well to your large intestine slash lungs, because all along here just looks really, really good. And sort of under your ears as well, that is all very soft and supple and smooth and firm. All the qualities you want. So that's fantastic. So now we're going to look at your heart. So your heart was obviously up here and now it's here as well. So around your nose, I'm kind of seeing you're very similar to me. You've got your broken capillaries just around here. So it's difficult really, because obviously genetics play a factor in a lot of what you know, the skin things you have. So it's kind of hard to say if it's to do with a certain organ, because so many factors, you know. But in terms of your drinking, maybe, you know, your diet as well. Do you eat high sugary foods, things like that? Yeah, so if you kind of lay off them, you'd have to probably lay off them for a while. Some people think if they just go a week without it and they don't see results, then it's not worth it and they're back on it, you know. You can't do that. You need to stay consistent with it. So yeah, but overall not too bad, just your little broken bits. So I have this kind of, this is more makeup rather than, well, I guess not really, but it's like a colour corrector and also sort of a primer. So it's very, like, it's really, really thick, and you'll see what I mean when I put it on. Doesn't that feel weird? It's almost like sticky, but it's not, it just disappears. But basically that will help with the redness, and also like when you put your makeup on and things, it's not so hard to cover, which is good. So that's that. And then we're going to be working down to your hormones. Right, so in terms of your hormones, whereabouts are you in your life? You know, what is going on? Okay, so how have you been feeling? Yeah, okay, so you're obviously a little bit hormonal at the moment. Let me just see. Also probably to do with your diet, like you told me. You haven't got a fantastic diet, but then neither have I mean, you know. Yeah, so again, you've got a bit of redness around there. Got a couple of breakouts, but again, hormones, you know, this sort of time. And yeah, so what could help with that? Again, using that colour corrector. So I'm going to, actually no, I'm not going to put that on first. I'm going to put the moisturizer on first. So this is one that is for kind of combination. It's the sort of because you've got a little, you can see some dryness there, so I'm just going to apply that. Yep, lovely. So that'll counteract the dryness, but also the shiny, the greasiness, if you like. And just going to apply some more of that on. So you can see I'm literally using such a tiny amount. And that will counteract the redness a little bit, so then when you come to concealing any breakouts, you don't have to use as much and, you know, make your face look cakey. So that is basically that. So this is the conversation I have with many clients. Better diet, drink more water, lay off the fizzy, lay off the alcohol, lay off the high sugar foods and processed foods and things like that. Basically anything good, just lay off it. You know, me and this guy will be much happier for you. So yeah, I hope that's been somewhat informative for you and helpful. please take my suggestions on board, and maybe see you back here in a few months to see how you're getting on. Alright? Take care. Right, where do you want to go for lunch?